Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. The action has already started. When you think great defenders, you've got to think Cannavaro.
Yeah, well, they don't come much better or bigger in stature. His qualities are obvious, but his winning mentality and cool temperament are all part of a first-class package.
It's everything you want. He's in a great position here. Gullit going face-to-face with his great rival. And that's definitely not his best. Ambitious ball here. That looks a good ball through. Oh, that's fabulous. Cristiano Ronaldo! Oh, fantastic from Ronaldo! About as smooth as it gets. Calm, composed, confident. What a super goal.
That's just clever. He made the keeper think he was going one way, only to outfox him by going the other.
Oh no, this does not look good. Gullit. Cristiano Ronaldo. Van Bauten promptly onto that, and that is that. Abbiati sends that a long way. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Now it's Bellingham. He is through here. It's a sharp pass. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Rashford will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Bremer kept his eye on it, and he's there. Can he get it through? And this is Ronaldo. And this is Ibrahimovic. He's got through. It's in! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Ibrahimovic! Grealish quietly revving up. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Looking to play him in. Played back in. That's the keeper's ball. And they can counter here. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Rashford. Oh, such a clever touch. And he's taking no chances there. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. He's had it taken off him. Oh no, what has happened here? There's the header! A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Now it's Bale. Picked out brilliantly. Well, that pass isn't the best. Looking for the run. Ball swung. He rises! Goal! Leon! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! It was wonderfully efficient.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
Lyon go into the lead.
Well, they've done the hard part now, Peter. Can they cling on, or even better, can they get another?
And it's Ibrahimovic. Shifted it to the flank. Steered out wide, but he won't reach that one. Rijkaard. Threads one in. Kirkchu. And he's managed to get chance! And it's hit the woodwork and out! Bale touches it back.
Modern football for you and all that pressing.
He's cut it out. Forward it goes. Grealish. And this is Bale. Time perhaps for one last twist before half-time. Tries to pass it through. That's going to go a long way. Well, that pass surprised everyone, and not in a good way. That is a brilliant interception. Oh, no question, that's a foul. And he is going into that little black book. Can he get on the end of this? Now that's well seen too. Pull it. Ibrahimovic. Nice looking ball. Ronaldo receives it in a wide position. That is lovely. Pops him off it and wins back the ball. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time.
Il y aura 2 minutes de temps additionnel.
Now it's Beckham. Bale could try cutting inside here. Cannavaro does well to get it back. Nicely spread. Now it's Bellingham. It'll pass back. And the half-time whistle goes. So, engaging and still right on edge. Plenty of signs to suggest this will turn out to be a really good one. The midway point of the game.
Well, give me a moment to get my breath back. What a super half of football. Incident-packed, goals, comebacks, and the match being turned on its head. Which way it's going to go from here, it's anyone's guess.
Hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half.
Milan can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Look at the space here. Takes a shot. Bale. So nearly the perfect ball. Rijkaard is there and he can pick it up. Now, can they get him away? Rijkaard. Rashford. And Zanetti. A good play on the left-hand side here. Ronaldo has it in a wide position. He's going to have to tune his rangefinder before the next one. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Real chance! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Grealish.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that shapes to shoot! That's another chance! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Beckham, the regular corner taker. Keeper's dealt with that. And now they can spring out of defence. Chiellini does really well to win the ball there. Not much subtlety about that challenge. Pull it. Almost an hour gone. And it's Carvajal. Grealish. This looks promising. Oh, some tackle that. Good take, and is he in?
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Bellingham, and the shot! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack.
Rashford, he has found the way through. Shot a goal! No mistake! And look Look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now.
A truly wonderful strike, decorated with dip and curl. Oh, it was a real beauty, Peter, and while many might have just lashed out at it, he took his time and he put it where very few can.
Milan making consecutive changes here.
Well, he's going to inject a nice bit of pace into that front line, Peter, so I can see him making those runs in behind.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
I wonder if the manager is tempted to go for another and really kill the game off completely. I, for one, think he should now.
And the counter is on. Rashford. He's found a way through. And the finish! And it's there! And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff. And that really is so impressive.
Oh, that's wonderful to see. The run was explosive, the finish exquisite.
And that means just one thing, match ball.
Well, he's been on a crusade.
Oh, what a... And a chance! He scores! Just cruising! They are cruising! That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
And how easy did he make that look? That is supreme.
Lyon are having a... Can he finish? Well, now it's a race for the ball. Cristiano Ronaldo.
This is the time you need that pace.
Bergkamp. And it's Gullit. Gets into some space. Now it's Forlan. And he's running through. Nakata is sporting a guilty look after that.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less. That's a modern defender's instinct from a modern coach's mindset.
Changement en cours.
Big header! It wasn't a great header in the end. The final 5 minutes. Nicely weighted ball. Nakata unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Played out wide. Rashford crosses.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Nakata. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Bergkamp. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Could move up a gear here.
De temps additionnel.
Not too much more here than seeing out time, and time is very nearly seen out. Bergkamp. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Oh, delightful ball. Pass is just off target. Bergkamp. Probing pass. Great ball if he can get there. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Milan did lead. Indeed, they controlled, but they managed to throw it all away. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So that's got things underway. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Rafael Leao, Peter, is one player who could be unstoppable if he's in the mood. Easily one of the fastest players I've ever seen. He's capable of taking on multiple defenders, and he can cause imbalances for any defence. And that's their problem, because so many want to try and get to him to stop him getting into his stride. It just leaves space for others.
Yeah. He's had a shot! He's done very well to get to that.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Milan with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Keeper has taken decisive action. And now a sudden chance to counter. That's the throw. Oh, that's a key interception. Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes running with the ball. Beckham. Rodri calmly anticipates. And here's Rafael Leao. That has been cut short.
Rafael Leao really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
It's gone for a throw-in. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
And he's there to make the challenge. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Chance! Tries to get it clear. Oh, he's been caught napping. Mbappe. No change to the score, 0-0 it remains. Oh, perfectly measured that. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent, it's almost personal, and it had to be. Well read, nice interception. He can run onto that. Mbappe! And he's lost his head's a shot! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
Oh, it's very good running that. You're always going to have chances with that kind of movement.
Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Tries to pass it through. Rafael Leao finds himself offside. Oh, we expected better, and so did he. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Kirkchu, and he's well positioned. Tries a shot! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Cristiano Ronaldo actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Milan have their second corner now. That's gone all the way through to the keeper. And now they can spring out of defence. Maldini promptly onto that, and that is that. 30 minutes gone. Cristiano Ronaldo. He's had a shot! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Oh, there's a probing ball. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Chu gets a foot in here. Grealish. Beckham pulls off an exemplary piece of defending.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Rodri does really well to win the ball there. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. So still we are where we began. It's 0-0. Chiellini kept his eye on it, and he's there. Chu. Konate gets over and intercepts. Bruno Fernandes. Xavi Simons. Bellingham. Well, that's beautifully weighted. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Mbappe in with the challenge. Grealish. Picked out brilliantly. Corner then. So, third corner of the game. And he's taking no chances there. And now a sudden chance to counter. And this is Bale. Goes for a shot! Now, who's going to be first to this? Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Beckham is offering a wry smile there.
And this could be the final action of the first half. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. And now they can clear their lines. And the first 45 minutes are up. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings. An engrossing half, but we're still where we started, 0-0. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half.
Milan clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them, it would be just...
Real chance! They've scored!
Well, it's hardly a great surprise to see him doing something thrilling, and it should send a strength and courage to every one of his teammates from here.
And that will surely go down as one of the easiest goals he could ever score.
And the first thing he's going to do here, Peter, is thank his teammate for the pass. It put it on a plate for him.
Milan have fired themselves in front.
And talk about the perfect time.
There's the shot! And it's hit the woodwork and out! Bruno Fernandes picks it up from the goal kick. And that's another good win of the ball. Rafael Leao. And he welcomes it in. And the finish! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Mbappe clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper. Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it. Well, that might be the first time they've gone long, Peter. They've clearly been told to try something different. That dugout has had some relief, at least, but now the harder work starts. They've got to push for more.
And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Grealish. Oh, shooting chance! He has done it! That is how you do it! A goal to launch his new life, his this new chapter. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
So that's two now without reply. Will shoots! He would have been quick to recover this. He ran himself into trouble there, free kick given away. And he is going into that little black book.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 5.
Milan can
Numero
now
18.
introduce the first of their
Lascia il campo
substitutes.
per il numero 16. Il numero
And it's
22.
Bale, looking to shake off some unwanted attention.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this fashion, Peter, they're going to really test the referee's patience from here. They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Can he get it through? And that is expertly dealt with. Chiellini.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
And he has been fouled there. Well, that looks like a final warning. Still no card.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 10. Viene sostituito con il numero 7.
And this is Bale. Milan do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way.
Milan have turned up with a human blockade. This is top defence.
No, that's been intercepted. Searching pass he's played there. Milan are making a change. After this, just one opportunity to do so. Nice looking ball. Steered out wide, but he won't reach that one. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Bruno Fernandes. And here's Mbappe. Half an hour gone in the second half.
Mbappe really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to...
Rafael Leao! It's a goal! Just one in it now! The game takes on a whole new complexion! Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Rafael Leao demonstrated great strength there. I mean, he really had to hold his man off and just create enough room for him to be able to get the shot away. And I think it's just top play.
Attenzione, una sostituzione.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here. This is threatening to become a really good game.
Well, they'll just be praying that one more chance falls their way before the whistle goes.
Beckham. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo.
Milan surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Oh, that pass just about within shooting range. Now that was quite some save.
No, it's a fair attempt. I think he felt he could line one up there. The odds were never really in his favour.
It's their second corner of the game.
Numero 19. Forlan.
Rafa Silva!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
That is ended up in no man's land. A nicely aimed pass. Lovely pass, but can he get there? McAllister.
Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer and quickly.
Now he's got space here. Oh, that's well spotted. I think we're just about done here. Can he latch on to this?
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
It's a promising position. Akanji attempts a clearance.
Ci saranno 5 minuti di recupero.
Tonali. Now it's Nakata. Well, now it's a race for the ball. Oh, what has happened here? And the shot! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Now he's off and running. Well timed, excellent interception. And he's intervened well there. Looking for a runner. And he skips past his man. Forlan. Shot, surely! They've done it! And surely that does it! Perfect time, decisive strike. And we're done. It's a super show all round, both sides doing their best to impose themselves, but one evidently, undeniably better equipped than the other. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. The pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. Well, we're on the way. Gabriel Batistuta, Jim, pretty much the embodiment of the complete striker, wouldn't you say?
Devastating. A great goal scorer and a scorer of great goals too. Given the ball anywhere near the box, and you know what the outcome will be.
The very example of a centre-forward.
Absolutely, he was... And the shot!
And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Tonali is there, and he can get that clear. And now a sudden chance to counter. Can he finish? Oh, he hit that sweetly.
Well, look at him, furious at himself for missing. Having said that, the manager applauds his effort to find that bottom corner.
Grealish going face-to-face with his great rival. Rijkaard. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Elects to cross. He gets big. No, not the best of headers. Bellingham caresses it through, and he's intervened well there. Kupchu. And it's Robertson. And smartly reclaimed. And here's Xavi Simons. Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Van Bouten. Milan are still to register a shot on target. As a matter of fact, a shot of any type. And the counter is on. Bale. And that pass just didn't quite work. Can he get it through? Van Dijk.
We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
And it just, I suppose, Jim, denies the others time and space.
Well, I would call it blanket suffocation. Every single player is committed to the press, and there's simply no way out. Yeah, we get to see this more and more. Defenders popping up in these positions.
Real chance! Is it in? Yes, it's an own goal!
That can happen to anyone. It's truly, truly unlucky for him, but it's just the way it is.
Well, who saw that coming? It has certainly made things interesting.
Listen, sometimes you need that little bit of luck in games like these.
Now that looks a decent ball. Beckham. Now it's Simons. Now it's Kukçu.
That's a modern defender's instinct from a modern coach's mindset. Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Grealish. Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. It's a pretty loose pass. Robertson. Batistuta is onto it in a flash. Odo. And it's Odo. Nice-looking ball. And he welcomes it in. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. And here's Xavi Simons. Odo. Grealish. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Oh, that was vital. Looking for options for movement. Van Dijk. Bastoni. Ball played for Kukçu. And here's Xavi Simons. Goes for a shot! Oh no, a quite unbelievable miss.
Oh, what a chance. He probably had more time than he realised.
Beckham. That's an imaginative pass. Beckham is sporting a guilty look after that.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
And it's O'Shea.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Odo is very much the model of the modern-day fullback. Van Dijk. Odo.
He looked rushed. He should have waited for some movement.
And that should get the job done. Showing great feet there. Grealish did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. And it's Simons. Played into the middle. And that'll be the final action of the first half. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
The own goal was symptomatic of their first half performance. They're not at it.
Here we go again.
Milan really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Van Bouten with the clearance. Robertson could try cutting inside here. Well read, and the danger is averted. Tonali. And this is Batistuta. Milan can breathe again, just.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
Kukçu receives it in. He rises! Well, that is clearly not the outcome he wanted.
Yeah, some good movement inside the box. No shortage of targets here.
Robertson. Simmons. Decent chance! And that would have been some goal.
Well, that was certainly impressive, Peter. Great run, just a shame the finish let him down.
And it's Batistuta. Looking to play him in. Looking for the run. Rijkaard deals with that comfortably. Good read, needed to be. Milan still this single goal behind. He's a sharp little ball here. Robertson is always looking to play quality balls. Bellingham has it in a wide position. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away, and eventually you might just get that little break.
This is a really front-footed approach.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Hoisted upfield by the keeper. Spread it left. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, the stats are pretty telling here. It's hard to argue with the scoreline when you carry so little threat.
Robertson picks it up out wide. And that has been cleared. He's coming under serious pressure here.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind him up in the process, Peter.
Otto carries the ball down the right. And that's an excellent interception.
River Plate have turned up with a human blockade. This is top defence.
Bellingham. Played out to the left flank. O'Shea tries to play it through. And the pass is intercepted. Knocks it out wide. And it's Otto. Foot in.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 10, numero 18. Lasciano il campo per il numero 7, il numero 19.
Turns and goes back. He's having a go. Keeper's not concerned by that.
Well, I suppose he was being urged to shoot. Maybe the crowd will stay a little quieter next time.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 16.
Milan making another change here.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
Milan are making a change. After this, just one opportunity to do so. Searching pass he's played there.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
No way through. Van Dijk makes the interception. It is looking like the end. If anything's going to happen, it's got to happen now.
Look, their path is set. They have to take risks in every situation now. That's positional gold, the utilisation of space. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Well, they've got it back in a hurry.
Milan really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
And it's been given away. Van Dijk is there and he can get that clear. Passes short and sharp. Bastoni gets it away. And he was quick to react. Picked out brilliantly. It's Nakata! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Nakata actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest. Yeah, and the jostling for position has begun. There's hardly any breathing space in that box.
And that will be the final act. Well, that was tense. The two parties separated by the game's only really meaningful moment. Intriguing.